Hey gang, welcome to Mzansi and USA News. Today is the 13th of June 2024. Now, for the past 2 days, I made two different videos that speaks to MK's attempt to interdict the process of swearing in people tomorrow, which is Friday. And in the subsequent video where I said MK is attempting to use our courts to destroy our constitutional democracy, I made it very clear there that MK's application to the court, the constitutional court, will be rejected, and I gave the reasons why it would be rejected. Now, the constitutional court has come out with a judgment on the matter. That's why I'm making this video. I'm making this video for you to understand that a podcaster's credibility is very, very important. I have called the Section 47(1)(e). I have called what now the Constitutional Court is establishing, because just out of pure logic and proper reading of the law, you don't need to be a lawyer to understand certain things. Now, let's get into this. Let's hear Thabo Mdluli asking his two panelists about the judgment that the Constitutional Court has just issued out. Listen to this.
From the Concourt. Let me read it quickly if we can. The Constitutional Court, Uncles Lemias Mashile. Gentlemen, good evening. Good to have you, and thank you very much for coming on. Let's start with this breaking story now, this hour. The court order from the Concourt. Let me read it quickly if we can. The Constitutional Court has considered the urgent application brought by Concourt. It concluded that the impugned decision or conduct to engage in this court's exclusive jurisdiction in terms of Section 1674, subsection E. Additionally, it is not in the interest of justice to grant direct access as the impugned decision or conduct arose between the 1st and the 2nd of June in 2024 to the knowledge of the applicant. However, despite this knowledge, the applicant only launched the application on the 10th of June. The applicant has failed to show any justification for not bringing the application sooner, knowing very well that the National Assembly will need to convene in 14 days. Furthermore, the application must fail on the merits. The applicant has not made out a case for granting of an interim interdict, as it has neither shown that it will suffer irreparable harm if the interest is not granted, nor that the balance of convenience favors the granting of the interdict. The applicant has also misconstrued the relevant constitutional provisions it seeks to rely on. In addition, the application has not adduced facts to establish a prima facie case in respect of the relief it will seek in the main application in order to sustain an interim interdict pending the main application. There is irregular service as well that is cited there. Matthew, what's your reaction?
No, look, I think we agree with the Constitutional Court 100%. We're always pleased when the Constitutional Court tells political delinquents where to get off, and they couldn't be more correct. We have a lot of issues we need to deal with as a country: unemployment rate, corruption, struggling public services, fragile economy, etc. I don't think we really have time as a country collectively, as a sober majority, to entertain political delinquents. We have a proud history of holding free and fair elections. And yes, the IEC has got some issues they need to significantly improve. We've raised it for many elections, the long queues in townships and informal areas, the zip machine batteries getting wearing out, etc. But the elections are free and fair. And the case by the MK party was nonsensical. The fact that they themselves said they allege they have evidence, but they don't want to share it, it just shows you they're playing political tomfoolery, and society doesn't need to indulge it. So we're quite glad the Constitutional Court stood firmly. It stood quite clearly on the side of the Constitution, because the Constitution is very clear. Within 14 days of the certification of the election, the National Assembly must meet. It must elect the president. Otherwise, you'll go and have fresh elections. And we don't need to have fresh elections when we've got serious issues to deal with, when we have serious problems with the country. So I think for us, we're quite pleased, because society wants to see Parliament being sworn in. They want to see on the National Assembly on Friday electing the president. And they want to see the President Cyril Ramaphosa appointing cabinet, and that we all get back to work.
Dr. Lemias?
Thabo, the Constitutional Court, of course, has facilitated that Parliament sits on Friday. And of course, is that there is that understanding that in the application they did not provide the evidence that seeks to create that prima facie case. And hence, of course, that the Constitutional Court had to make a decision based on something that it is not in front of them. And I think that was problematic. But I mean, at the end of the day, the ruling of the Constitutional Court does not necessarily mean that they are wrong or right in terms of what they are actually contesting. It is only that the court has to make decisions on the basis of information that is in front of them. And therefore, the parliament will sit on Friday. And we need to also indicate that, the election work, you'll remember that I've been the chairperson of Home Affairs in Parliament. And the IEC was reporting to us the work of organizing elections is a huge task, and it involves a lot of human beings and technical machines.
Yeah.
And for the IEC, of course, to organize these elections and ensure that people go out and vote, no matter all sorts of difficulties, but the process reaching a conclusion where votes are counted, sent to the central office, then consolidated and announced, then really it is a success on the part of the IEC. Although, like as Parks has indicated, that they may have had some challenges, but all in all, given the mammoth task of organizing these elections, and then we should be clapping hands for the IEC for having achieved this under difficult conditions.
Let's turn now to the
Okay, so now you've heard that, ladies and gentlemen, the Constitutional Court has kicked out MK's application, as I have predicted. If you really want to know why MK's application was kicked out, listen to those two videos that I made 2 days ago, a day before yesterday, and the other one I posted it early yesterday. There was no way their case was going to succeed. Why? Based on the merits, based on the facts, based on due process. There was no way it was going to succeed. But I just thought I should make a quick video making an announcement so that you are also fully aware that indeed the matter has already been heard. Tomorrow Parliament is going ahead. Once again, all those of us who are patriots and Democrats will go and say yippee, and we clap for that. Why? Our constitutional democracy is working as intended, and no spoilers, no constitutional delinquents will be allowed to disturb our constitutional democracy. Okay? Okay, guys, you can give me your views down below. You're more than welcome. This is good for our democracy. Let's move on. You can, if you have not yet subscribed, please do. If you have, thank you very much. Share the video with as many people as possible. Let's build a country of patriots rather than a country of ideologues that are partisan. Let's build a country. That's the only reason why I do what I'm doing, by the way, for your information. You can see on my channel that I'm a professional somebody, and I've realized after so many years and having met so many people that a lot of people are ideologues. We are in a free country. We don't need ideologues because ideology divides. What we need is unity of purpose. And the unity of purpose is we want to rid our country of joblessness. We want to rid our country of poverty. We want the brand of our country and the symbol of our country to fly as high as possible. We want this country to be the best destination for those who want to come here. And we want to rid racism, phobia of any kind. That's what the guys who were in the Rivonia trial had emphasized. Hence, if you read the speech that they had given to Nelson to represent them, it says, amongst other things, I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. This is an ideal for which I am prepared to live and see it succeed But my Lord, if need be, this is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Of course, that's my paraphrase of what Mandela said there, and a brief synopsis as well. Nevertheless, guys, it's very important for people to know that we love all South Africans. We believe all South Africans who were born here or naturalized here belong here. We're not trying to serve cosmic justice on anybody. We are not fighting wars that took place 300 years before we were born of individuals we know nothing about. This is good for our constitutional democracy. People need to be trained. People need to be taught because all the lefties lunatics are out there training people how to hate. The Floyd Shivambus, the Julius Malemas, and so on and so forth. Now, I know, of course, people are not going to comment on the success of the Constitutional Court now just because I've mentioned their what to call their cult leaders, the Jacob Zumas. This is very, very important. We need to come out publicly. Channels like this needs to be as gigantic as possible in our country. Hence, I'm saying spread the message as far and wide as possible. I am certainly not an ideologist individual. I believe in South Africa. I believe in the unity of purpose. I believe South Africans can unite under one umbrella. I believe in the Rainbow Nation with all Nelson Mandela's faults. I believe in the Rainbow Nation. I believe South Africans can unite. This country has got such a potential that it can realize and achieve such great heights only if we will rid our society the hate that these individuals whom I've mentioned, who are not just ideologues, but they are what I call, in fact, what Professor Thomas Sowell from America calls race hustlers. People who make money out of agitating others into becoming racists just by mere calling others racist, and people who can be emotionally hyped about something that Jan van Riebeeck did to somebody they know nothing about. They don't even know Jan van Riebeeck. If Jan van Riebeeck were to be resurrected by God and to show up in their presence, they would not even recognize him. Okay, now I've said a mouthful. I wanted this to be a short video. Let me love you and leave you. Remember, the MK's story application in the Constitutional Court has been kicked out. These are great news for our democracy. Ciao, ciao. Bye for now.